Republicans in the state of Montana have put forth a piece of legislation that would ban anyone who has received the COVID-19 vaccine from donating blood, plasma, blood products, blood derivatives, human tissue, organs, or bones containing the gene-altering proteins, nanoparticles, high-count spike proteins from long COVID, or other isolates introduced by mRNA or DNA vaccines. So if you've had the COVID vaccine, which of course is an mRNA derivative vaccine, you're no longer allowed to donate your organs, your blood, your plasma, your bone marrow, any of that in the state of Montana if this legislation passes. And unfortunately, it looks like it's gaining Republican support, which experts in the state, health experts, say will absolutely result in people dying because it's going to decimate our supply of blood and organs to give to needy people. Here's why. 2/3 of Montana residents, 2/3, have received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. Only 3% of eligible donors nationwide donate blood. So if we're talking about 3%, even if it's Montana with 3%, 66% of the 3% is no longer eligible to give blood or donate organs. So you're down to 1%. Let's also not forget that the anti-science people who refuse to take vaccines, a study also came out saying these people are also less likely to donate blood and organs. So your donor pool drops to probably less than 1% of where it's at right now. Which means people who need blood transfusions in the state of Montana, if this bill passes, you'll die. But here's the thing. Just like the Idaho bill, it's not just the COVID-19 vaccine, it's any vaccine that has mRNA. So we're talking about vaccines for certain cancers, hepatitis, flu shots, anything which is going to make up a significant proportion of the population. None of you can give blood or donate organs, and a lot of people are going to die because Republicans are brain dead. This is stupidity, the likes of which I honest to God didn't think I'd ever see in this country. There was a time in this country, not that long ago, when the height of anti-science stupidness from Republicans was Jim Inhofe walking into the Senate floor with a snowball saying, "Here's a snowball, global warming's not real." That was about as dumb as you could get now. But now we're dealing with Republicans who say, if you've taken a vaccine, you can't give blood to anybody anymore because we don't understand how mRNA works. You've altered your genetics. Like, nope, that's not what that does. We are governed by the stupidest possible people in this country. And the scariest part is, folks, this is getting worse. Last week, as I pointed out, I talked about the story in Idaho, where you had the 2 Republican representatives introduce a bill doing the same thing, basically. They wanted to make mRNA vaccines illegal. You have the Republican Party in Lee County, Florida, that voted this week to make the COVID-19 vaccine illegal. Now you've got, Representative Greg Kometz in Montana, trying to prevent these people from helping other people by donating blood, plasma, bone marrow, whatever it is. They want people to die. Like, there is no other way to say it. You don't do these kinds of anti-science things unless you are on the side of death, which is exactly what Republicans in America are on today. Hey, thanks for watching. And if you want even more Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to like, comment, share, but most importantly, subscribe. And don't forget, you can find me on all social media outlets at Fair and Balanced.